could not be more different.
That's very true.
Yes, get ready for the biggest tattoo machine in the world.
Hi, I'm Ray Webb. I built the world's largest tattoo machine. I've done lots of crazy things in my life. This is by far the craziest thing I've done.
Ray's at the Hell City Tattoo Festival, and he's got big plans for today.
Today, Hell City, we're going to attempt a world record with this crazy tattoo machine I built.
To get the record, the tattoo machine actually has to tattoo.
I'm expecting to see somebody in pain.
And we know just the guys who'd be up for something as crazy as this.
I'm the Great Orbex, and this is my brother,
Sweet Pepper Klopek.
and together we're the Monsters of Schlock, the world's most extreme two-man circus sideshow county magic extravaganza.
We've seen what these guys can do.
So foul.
But this?
It's stupid. This is the stupidest idea we've ever had. This thing is 10 times the linear length, 10 times the width, 10 times the height of a standard Neotat tattoo machine, making it 1,000 times the volume of a regular machine. And we're gonna tattoo this idiot with it here, today. This machine is more extreme than any machine that we've ever seen. It's phenomenal. As the world's most extreme tattoo artist, I have literally 4.5 minutes of tattoo experience behind me. Well, a few years ago, we tattooed Pepper on the oldest running wooden roller coaster in all of Canada. You can actually see the tattoo as it stands today. In a lot of ways, it's very similar to the giant machine we're going to be using today, because these are environmental factors that will affect the quality of my art. Because what I'm doing is literally art.
What do you think, Pepper?
So it's very intimidating, but I have confidence in my brother here, and everything's gonna be good.
After giving this beast the once-over,
This actually might work.
And that's scary when it's pointing at you.
it's time to set up.
What we have to do now is actually kind of difficult. We have to move this 150-pound giant tattoo machine from hell all the way from one end of the tattoo festival all the way up to the other end and put it on the main stage. When you're working with big engineering pieces of machinery like this, sometimes even just moving it could actually throw off alignment. Everything's intact? All right, let's lock this off. This is actually a standard-size Neotat tattoo machine. The way it works is you have a linear drive shaft in here, running this bar back and forth. The bar's attached to the needles, and that's what drives the ink into the actual skin. The typical tattoo machine, you might have 1 to 3 millimeters worth of needle throw coming in and out before it goes into the skin. This machine drives the tattoo needle 14 millimeters before it comes back in and out.
It's scarier. Each moment comes by. I gotta get some water or something, calm the nerves a little bit, but I think it's gonna be good.
The difficulty with doing sort of tattoos or anything like that where you're exposing your body to a lot of just any sort of extreme stimulus is the possibility of going into shock. So it's one of the things you have to prepare is actually make sure you get some food in him, make sure his blood sugar is high enough that he's not going to risk the chance of going into shock during the actual tattoo itself. In order to properly have a pattern to follow from, what we're doing is we're putting a stencil on Pepper's leg.
That's weird shaping somebody else.
We shaped him down and placed it on him. This gives us a template to go from as we're tattooing. We're just going to be trying to follow those lines and basically color by numbers and fill in the blanks. Well, we're about 15 minutes away from the very first tattoo ever on the world's largest tattoo machine. And the reality of this is starting to sink in now, that maybe this...
No turning back.
There's no turning back.
Man, I feel sorry for you.
It's way scarier now than we had originally anticipated when we came up with this idea.
We can't overthink it. We just gotta go and do it, but I have confidence in us, and it's gonna be fantastic.
And worst case, what's gonna happen? He dies? Hey, at least he died how he lived, entertaining idiots.
After the final setup,
This thing's suspended in midair by cables. It's gonna be bouncing back and forth, jumping around. I'm gonna have to sort of brace myself against the actual machine to control it in such a way that it will actually put ink into his skin.
let the tattooing begin.
So you're ready to turn this thing on?
Yes.
The fun begins!
The machine is powered by a 1-horsepower motor. The motor drives a wheel that moves the mechanism that drives the needle to do the actual tattooing. 14 millimeters straight at Pepper's leg.
We both have a very high pain tolerance. We don't like pain, but we can deal with it.
You can kind of get in a headspace where you're more about the actual action of what's taking place. You know, you got to get this done, you know you have to make it happen. Kind of put the pain as a secondary layer to it.
After a half hour of torture,
Well, the Monsters of Schlock and Neotat will share the Guinness record for the world's largest tattoo machine here at Hell City.
was awesome. It was awesome, man. Oh, I should feel bad about this, inflicting so much pain on poor Pepper, but, you know, I don't, because it was so much fun.
It hurt. Rena, a normal tattoo is almost like a, I don't know how to describe a feeling on tattoos, like a scratch, I guess.
It's almost like a vibrating scratch. You can kind of feel the nerves tingling as it goes.
Yeah, this was just amplified. It was like a giant scratch. My leg wants off my body right now, but I'm very happy. I would have it no other way.
Yay! Any day you could walk away from a stunt is a good day.
If there's one person here at Daily Planet who'd love to be at that event, it's our own tattoo aficionado, Lucas Cochran. That is, if he isn't distracted by all the Star Wars hype today, because